What's up, everybody? Welcome. Let's see, our microphone is moved. Welcome, everybody, to our tournament. Not Tuesday, in this case, it's Wednesday, but weekly Pawnda team tournament. We've got 6 players: Sparkle Horse, Redusa, Art Director, Uber Driver, Alpha, and Pirate. 6 players. It's a Swiss. We're starting in 3 minutes. So I'm going to post a link here in the stream. And hopefully we'll get some more players. Everyone's streaming at the exact same time as me. It's weird. Alright. Here we go. Don't understand. Let's see. Same dudes. Copy. Alright, here we go. Copy link. Paste. That's our tournament. You got to be a member of our team to play. Where is everybody? Alright, guys. So this week is Tournament Wednesday, analysis stream Thursday. Next week will be the same. Normally we do the tournaments on Tuesdays. Sometimes I have something I have to do on Tuesdays. We have to switch the schedule up. So I think next week will be the same. And then we'll go back to Tuesdays the following week. What's up, Uber Driver? Where are you? Redusa, our director. Uber Driver, where are you? Our director. Alpha, Pirate, 6 players. No Astrobait, he's been missing 3 weeks now. It's very upsetting. I'm very worried about him. I don't know if he's okay or not. So that's disturbing. Not knowing or not, you know, if somebody's like just doesn't have access to the internet, or he is actually something happened to him. So, all right, guys, what's up? Don't forget to subscribe and support the stream if you can donate. Click the link and head over to our Pawnda Rapid Swiss. Just 6 players thus far. Is anybody here? I'm a little bit late starting. I like to start 15 minutes before the tournament, the stream, but I had something I had to take a call, so I couldn't start quite as early as I would like to, and normally by streaming 15-20 minutes before the tournament starts. What's up, Sanchez? Is this a joke of some kind? All right. One hand clapping. I don't know, dad joke. Good that we've got some people in chat though. Iatan, aka our director. Sanchez, would you like to play? You have 15 seconds to join. It's a Zen koan. Sound of silence. The sound of silence. Oh no, I've got Uber Driver first game. Did my board get bigger, or is it just me? That's weird. So can we, yeah, it looks bigger, doesn't it? Is it my turn yet? It is a little big. I mean, the clock should probably, like... We can move it a little. Here. The Florida Panhandle, that... I need to move it to the right. Alright, let's see. Window. New window. It's not new window. Other new window. There. Yeah, if I move it over to the right, then it looks stupid. So, that's weird. Alright, let's try this again. Can't make it look right. No matter what I do, I'm trying to make the clock fit with the 4 digits. It still looks stupid. Why is Uber Driver playing the Verisov opening? Alright. Anyways. He's playing Verisov. It's not great, but it's not terrible. If you want to give your opponent an equal game, it's a good opening. Alright. I'm still trying to fix this. What the hell am I doing? Yeah. Alright, that doesn't look too bad, I guess. There's a pretty big delay on my stream. Seriously. Someone mentioned this. Yeah, that looks stupid. It does. The board does look freaking stupid like that. So I can move it back to the left a little. Uberdar's going to use this time. Try to exploit me. Alright, I move it back to the left a little. Nope. It's like you're fixing a painting on the wall or something. Nope, a little more to the left. The clock looks stupid. You know what's stupid? Like having the extra digit there when it's a 0. That looks stupid. It's the clock. I don't care. I'm going to leave it. The fucking clock is stupid. If you're down below 10 seconds, then don't show that digit anymore. Anyway, whatever. Alright. So, what's up, guys? Yeah. The search for Asterbait. It's like Star Trek. Search for Spock. I don't know, Zenches. I'm not sure about your theory that, like, not finding an obituary means that someone's still alive. But there's no confirmation of death, basically. Alright, bishop takes f6, g takes f. I got bishop takes f6, g takes f. Manny says. Manny Ramirez. The only Manny I know of. Alright, man, it just seems like, what, just last year, Manny Ramirez, 2008. Was he playing baseball? 2006, 2008. Oh, God, what is that? Didn't you play this? You played this trash against me once before? Trash. Trash. E3 is the correct move there for white. I think you had played this once before. So every day is like Groundhog Day. I just say the same things I said, you know, last year when you played this against me. I believe I had a game in the 90s, in the early 90s, I lost. Possibly this exact position. But in the move order, I'm not 100% sure of. It could have been... You know, in those days, it's interesting, because in those days, I used to play knight on BD7 against the Versov, so I don't know how that would have happened exactly. But okay, c takes d4, queen takes d4, pawn takes e4. Last time I played, what, pawn takes e4? This is what I did last time. I think you sacrificed... Mr. Coffee's here. Thank God. Mr. Coffee, what's that? What's that? Well, I think that knight on bd7 is... It blocks the bishop on c8. It's not ideal. No, I think c5 is the best move. Oh, Lee Chess. Sorry, a YouTube link is the answer to. I never imagined a Lee Chess. An internet address would be like the answer to Zen Chess's riddle. Mr. Coffee. What do you think? Acerbate's still alive? So this exchange, what if I play queen a5 here? What if I don't, you know, cooperate? Looks reasonable. Looks reasonable, but you have bishop b5 check. I don't know. Last time I think I traded queens, and I feel like that suits white. Suit zoot. Although maybe there's no way now. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I just think that black is fine. But Verisov, c5 is the best move. I mean, I analyze this with engines, obviously. You know, it's not optional. I mean, it's a Chigorin in reverse. I mean, c5 is black's best move. You can play down to bd7 if you want to, but I did that because I was a noob back then and I didn't know better, basically. So I'm losing my pawn on e4. That is really annoying. You know, the Jabava or Yabava London is very popular. That's basically a kind of Verisov, but this line isn't popular. It's not popular to play. Bishop g5 and this. And black should be fine here. I like the two bishops. Yeah, that I don't believe, Iatan. You know, I don't think that the engine would prefer knight on bd7, blocking in the pieces in that way. I could be wrong. Knight on bd7 is inherently a passive move. It's like playing knight on bd2 with white in the... You know, why would you play a slightly passive move? You're late. But I don't know what the c4 is. It's stupid. It's like some kind of Albin in reverse. It's not a good move. And white's supposed to play e3 here, and it's like the best move for a reason. e4 is garbage. If white had any advantage, you know, it's gone for sure after that. Inherently, white has weaknesses on the dark squares because he doesn't have dark square bishop. So that's my objection to e4. White might still be able to equalize. There's some traps. There looks like there might be some traps here. Anyways, welcome everybody. White has some pieces out. Oh God. Not the pieces. He's not very good with pawns, I'll just put it that way. That's a little too complicated for this dude. He doesn't really do pawns. A little too subtle, I think, for him. Maybe instead of knight c6, I could play like bishop g7 first. I guess we just do that next move. I mean, what exactly is white threatening, you know? Oh, nothing? Okay. He has a failure to control the dark squares here. You know, failure... We have a failure to communicate. Yeah. Well, anyway. Verisov and the... You know... What's it called? The Tory attack? No, Trumpowski? Yeah, that's it. The Trumpowski. I just see I see the chessboard in two colors, dark and light meat. And, you know, he doesn't have great dark square control. Yeah, he's still probably equal. I don't know. Maybe black's a tiny bit better now because the pawns are so dynamic. But okay, if you're not a computer, it's easy to mess this up. For black, not easy for beginners to handle this kind of line where you have the doubled F pawns. You know, I don't necessarily recommend like a beginner to play this way with black. You can also take with the pawn. In fact, like the engine might the E pawn. The computer, I don't know what it says. I mean, I know that that's a possibility. Personally, I don't like it that much with the pawn on D5. Okay, this is also, it is technically a Trompowsky, right? Beresov and Trompowsky are basically the same opening. H3. What is that? Dude, what is that? That's awful. H3? What kind of move is that, man? Wow, that's really ugly. H3? I just have to keep saying it. Damn, dude. That looks so stupid. What was my idea again? F5. Wow. H3. Uber driver is like geared toward playing as weak players. I think that's his problem. You know, his whole style is really geared toward playing weaker players. You'd have to tone it down if he was playing Masters all the time. Yeah, Knight C3. He has to go back because, well, there is no good square that's forward. So he has Knight D5. A huge important square, obviously, but B5 doesn't really, it doesn't scare me that much. Here's the question. What do I do now? This is important. A6. None of the above. E6, Knight B5. My plan was to play E6, Knight B5, Queen B8. I had some second guessing of myself, but I wonder, maybe E6 is best. What are you gonna do? Play G4? You're never gonna castle? He's the guy who's like always lecturing us on castling and shit. You're never gonna castle with white? I hope you enjoy your long diagonal. Long term, not Uber driver's thing. He likes short term. He likes it very short term, you know, short term thinking. He would like my last opponent from the Hungarian Team Championship. I showed you guys. He's a lot like that guy. They're good at short term. They like rapid chess and short term thinking. Not holistic, like total chess, my friend Emil calls it. We try to play, we don't always play, but we try to play total chess. Queen G5. Now there's a good move. How's the dementia? Holy shit. Queen G5. Wow, that is seriously insane. That is an insane move. Unbelievable. Wow. Hard to know what to do here. freaking unbelievable. That's seriously crazy. You know what? You can castle queenside if you want to. I'm getting a materialistic vibe from my opponent. Yep, that's what I thought. All right. Bishop d7. Bishop d7, knight g5. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Oh, shit, I hung my h7 pawn. Deplorable. White's play. No? It's hard to believe he's been as high as like 2100 USCF. I think it's just hard to play and drive at the same time. I feel like Bishop d7 is probably a mistake. This is really, I mean, pretty crazy stuff White's doing. Queen on h5, no dark squares, leaving his king in the center. Now he castles kingside. Wow. I mean, I could castle, sack a pawn for like a crushing initiative. That wasn't my original plan. So goddamn materialistic. Jeez. All right. His minor pieces are bad. He has no pawn play. He only played h3. What the hell is that? What is knight b5? What the heck is knight b5? I don't understand what that move is. Knight b5 is a weird move, no? Yeah, he doesn't do pawns. Damn. Pawns are the soul of chess. Fill the door. Oh, g3. Oh, okay. You'll play g3, though. Tempting me to play bishop takes b2. g3. Wow, that's bizarre too. I don't know. I'm still very skeptical of White's play in this game, you know? I still think that I'm better. His bishop sucks. His knights suck. His king is not really safe. He's not using his pawns. And everything hinges on some weird shallow threats. Sallow floor. Uh-huh. Francois Daniken, Philidor. Sallow Philidor. This is why... Sorry? Bishops. Alright, let's check the analysis. Better all the way. Oh, no. He has a moment he was better. After e6. e6 was a mistake. Why? He should castle queenside right away. Castle queenside right away, a6, queen g5. Well, I don't want to give him my dark square bishop if he castles queenside right away. By the way, there's 3 minutes between rounds. I was really roasting him. You mean like verbally? I know him. I wouldn't be so mean if he were a stranger. He has a he can take it. He's a big boy. So white's better after queenside castles. Oh my god. Yeah, what is this opening, bro? Wow. So I think queen a5 is bad, first off. I played f5 before. Oh, f5 right away. So trading queens, I think I played. I feel like I played that. Which is stupid. It's funny that no one's played that, though. It's not that bad. I must have a game here. Oh, that's weird. So it wasn't against him. And this is from 2020. That's not new. You know what's weird about this? Queen takes d1 check was played in 0 games. It's like black is slightly better, 0.1 advantage if you just trade queens. No one played it. Okay, because they missed this idea. There's an idea. Queen takes e1 check, bishop d7. That's kind of hard to see. That's hard to see. It stops knight b5, forces this, and then black plays f5, equalizing anyway. But I mean, there's nothing surprising about this at all. You know, I think the whole opening is kind of shallow. Richard Rapport and Gareev are the people who played it with white. Okay, enough said. All right, back. They're creative. Sparkle Horse producer or director, Camel Chucker. We need to think of new names. Wow, that was a fast 3 minutes. Zen Chess, Stafargan, Ludlud, Uruin, Fun Chess. Because chess is fun. Especially when I'm roasting my opponent like that, right? I just hate his style in that game. I hate that. Ugh. Gross. H3 looked wrong. Rudusa. Okay, I'll try not to be so mean. I just philosophically hate his style in that game. You know, I really can't stand it. Pirate didn't move. A lot of people do that. They sign up and they don't move, and then they forfeit. I have this thing where you can enable like people who like forfeited their last game in a Swiss not to play or something like that, but it's sort of stupid. I mean, so they forfeited a game like 2 weeks ago in another tournament that has nothing to do with now. You know, it's kind of dumb. But yeah, Pyra's behavior is off and on. Sometimes he's aborted or left my simul games too, so he's kind of on the fence. That's weird. D5 right away. I talked about this type of thing recently. Transposing to the Caro-Kann. That's something I don't get, you know, like, how do people who don't play the Caro-Kann transpose to the Caro-Kann? I don't know. It's like BB Sara, that women's champion, did that against me. Never she played the Caro-Kann, but she could play the black side of the Panov. The Panov's quite sharp. How the heck do people play the Panov with black when they don't know any theory? They don't play the Caro-Kann. Nefidov, who's self-banned, he would do the same thing, playing things he doesn't play, like the Caro-Kann Panov and the Accelerated Dragon. Radusa plays the Grunfeld, but this is a Caro-Kann Panov. Man, we had this before? So this is some extreme variation. I decided to start playing the Caro-Kann Panov again with white because that was always my go-to. And I was trying to make myself play other stuff, but I mean, ultimately, I don't know about e6, you know, that's not in the books. That's a totally new move. Maybe it's in the Opening Explorer, but I mean, what a specific repertoire. You're playing like c4, c5, e3, g6, and then on d4 you play c takes d, e takes d, d5. I could have played c takes d. What is he playing there? Queen takes d5, that's really bad. I should probably play c takes d. Oh my god. You win a pawn. Your queen takes d4. Now what's queen a3? Is that like a draw or something? I'm paranoid all the time. I think everyone's cheating. I guess being paranoid is like the easiest thing in the world. Like anybody can be paranoid. The first reaction. It's like playing for time. You just... Conspiracy theories are the easiest thing to come up with. Anybody come up with a conspiracy theory. You can make up any kind of conspiracy theory. I think everybody's cheating. Except for like 3 people. You know, I get training games against people that pay me to play training games, and then I'm like paranoid they're cheating. Like, why would you pay someone to play training games where you cheated? But people do weird stuff all the time. Look who's in the White House. You know, actually, Camel Culture last week, or whatever, yeah, last week I mentioned Bill Chandler, and you talking about Brian Wall. But actually, I had to ban Brian on Facebook because some right-wing crap he posted. But anyway, it's probably for the best. Alright. Knight c6 now, threatening knight a5. Now with more knight a5. I can move the queen or move the bishop. My opponent's repertoire is the Sveshnikov with black against e4. And the Grunfeld with black against d4. So how do you play this? You know, I don't understand. How do you play the Sveshnikov and the Grunfeld? But here you are, playing the black side of the Caro-Kann. How does Sveshnikov and Grunfeld become a Caro-Kann? I don't understand. Oh, another weird thing, guys. Camel culture. Have you seen this? The Sicilian Rossalimo. Do you know anything about the Sicilian Rossalimo? I like having camel culture here because you can like bounce. He's the national master, which is a very impressive title. I have to say I have one of those titles myself. It's a very strong title, national master. It's possibly like even stronger than WFM. But funny, isn't it? Do you know anything about the Sicilian Rossalimo? This guy yesterday played d5 against me. And I was like, wait a minute, I've seen that somewhere. I think I saw it at the World Senior, but I can't remember. So obviously d5 must be a good move for black, right? A move that's never been played much, ever. It looks like a joke. I'm like, oh, okay. So that must have been like discovered by a computer or something recently. Because I saw it at the World Senior. I rarely play the Rossalimo, but it must be some trend, you know. Somebody must have wrote like an article, or maybe Magnus played it or something. D5. Okay, we'll just play the Scandinavian, because that makes sense. White's like developing their pieces, and you play D5. How can that be a good move? But it took me out. I didn't know what to do. You know, I was like, I came up with a really interesting idea that I didn't play, though. I spent all my time thinking of something that I didn't play. Look at this guy, man. Sveshnikov Rossalimo player. Sorry. Grunfeld. Well, at least Grunfeld is close to the structure, though the Sveshnikov, I'm not seeing it. Okay. Now what do I do? Now we occupy Democrats. See, knight e5, queen b6. Queen b6 is next. Knight d5, pawn d5. Well, I mean, knight d5 is okay, but he takes with the queen. Then I have to trade queens now. Knight d5 is not okay. It's not okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I sound like I'm slurring my words, but I didn't drink any alcohol. All right. Man. 182.54592400015. I feel like I'm doing my taxes again. I had to do my taxes yesterday. What a nightmare that is. You spend the day every year like figuring out how much money you owe the government. What a fucking stupid system. Alright. I've got to be like below the threshold of... There was some senator who wants to like... Oh, by the way, I think, of course, Democrat senator wanted to make a law that like people who make less than $75,000 a year don't have to pay taxes. Dude, I'm under like $35,000 a year. I make like Hungarian salary. Why did you become a chess professional? I love when people ask me that. So I could be a YouTuber. Because I love money. Multiple choice. Why did you become a professional chess player? I love money. You know, there's always like people are always, oh yeah, we did it for the girls. Like, because to pick up girls. That's an old one. You know, we need something more creative. Because I love the love of money. Dude, I had to pay taxes last year. And I make like less than $35,000 a year. And the senator's talking about like making no taxes for people under $75,000. Why the fuck am I paying taxes last year then? I don't understand. Anyways, hopefully I'll get like Social Security when I'm old. Maybe my money is just paying for my Social Security that Trump will take away soon. Guys, what's up? Thanks for playing in my tournament. We should have a moment of silence for Asterbait, because I don't know if he's ever coming back. We need like an agent to go investigate in Vegas. You're actually the closest, Camel Culture. Shit. You could, hey, maybe you've played in like the National Open, haven't you? Vegas isn't that far from Colorado. We need an investigation. Yeah, I knew Queen B6 was coming next. That's like a computer move. Speaking of conspiracy theories. Oh my god. Yeah, I remember. How did it... You go to Vegas once a year. It's not far, right? It's weird. Yeah, Vegas and Colorado. Vegas, Colorado. Fallout. It's a Fallout theme. Okay. 95, Queen B6. Attacking my D pawn, threatening to double my pawns. Yeah, this guy. Oh my god. I was thinking of playing the National Open. That was before, like... Before Trump, like, attacked Iran. Dude, it's already really expensive to fly to the US from Europe. And imagine now, like, the prices must be going up, like, exponentially for, like, long-haul flights. I don't even want to look, you know? It's already expensive enough. But if we, like, double the price of, like, airplane fuel, it's game over, man. I'm never going anywhere. They can't make samosas on the street in India because there's no liquefied, you know, petroleum or whatever. They're cooking samosas, like, with electric ranges and shit. I don't know what to do. God. Do nothing. Dude, I don't understand how you can play the perfect black side of the Caro Khan. Like your BB Sarah. Now, she actually played something much more sharp. Gambit line. But... oh my god. This is so weird. Just don't understand. If I just hang my queen with like A3 or something and resign. That's a weird move. We're definitely expecting the other. A takes B. He doesn't know to play A takes B there. Too expensive to fly to the States. Anyway, we'll just like get terrorism or something. I can't believe they're having the World Cup in the United States and Mexico. What a terrible idea. You got terrorism plus drug cartels, angry drug cartels. Good thing I'm not like a football fan. Definitely not down with that. This guy's like playing a perfect game. Not at all his style either. Maybe he's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, multiple personality. Maybe I had Bishop E7. That doesn't help. So black's like play like a genius and it's equal. All right. We could do poly market for like center pawn loss. Wonder how many center pawn loss both sides have had here. A5. Why do you need to play A5? Why? What's wrong with you? Why would you play that? That's crazy. He's not satisfied with equality. Now he's like attacking me with A5. Why A5? Weird. You played the most solid game I've ever seen, and then you just randomly play A5. Like when you could just make another like really strong consolidating move. A5, extremely risky move that doesn't at all gel with all the other stuff he's done the entire game. He took with the knight on B6 to avoid having, you know, weak pawn or whatever. That is so weird. Now rook, maybe the other rook. Now his A pawn is weak. What do you do about the A pawn? Bishop F4 might not be my best move. Bishop F4, yeah. I don't know about this. This is going to get weird, but okay. Now what do I do? He had a much better move earlier. Well, obviously, but okay. Rook C1. So, I think he played like a perfect game until A5, which is just like, I guess, the time or something. If you eliminate the possibility that your opponent is cheating, he's just playing a great game. And he's human. And eventually he's going to make a mistake. And he does, like with A5. That move allows you to improve your knight from Shitville to the center. He's still okay. 2294. Rapid. I really don't know anything about this opponent, but I had a theory about him. I'm gonna lose on time. What am I doing? Where is my opponent from? United Arab Emirates. Do we have 3-second increment? Oh, I was playing a training game yesterday with 10-second increment. My last game was literally a 10-second increment, and I'm still like thinking it's a 10-second increment. It's so stupid. 3-second increment. I almost made it 2. It's move 24. We have no time left. We should just agree to a draw. Because it's stupid at that point. We're playing 0 plus 3. Stupid time control. 0 plus 3. Relatively stupid time control. Oh, I'm not allowed to offer a draw. Not allowed. Not allowed. Nope, that's against the official Lee chess rules. Now he gives up his R-square bishop. Because that's a weird move, dude. Gave up your late square bishop. Wow. Super weird. Whoa. He's playing for time. Can you stop playing for time? So it's move 30 and I still can't offer for a draw. Because I'm really confused now. Want to know the dumbest rule ever on Lee chess? They're not allowed to offer a draw. It's a borderline stupid rule in, like, standard chess. The so-called Sofia rule, because some stupid tournament was held in Bulgaria back in, like, I don't know, 2008 or something, where they had this, like, no draws allowed in 30 moves. We're going to make the Sofia rule, right? I'm better here now, but it's probably still a draw. The most arbitrary bullshit I've ever heard of. That you're not allowed to agree to a draw in the first 30 moves. The fact that Lee chess adopts this, like, sorry, it's a blitz game or a rapid game. It's not the same as a tournament game either. You know, it's a really, really arbitrary thing to do. It's chess. It's an arbitrary rule that shouldn't exist in the first place. It has no place in online chess tournaments for sure. Unless we're like privately playing in a tournament where it's like, you know, it's being sponsored or something. You have no right to force people to not be able to have a draw in the first 30 moves. There's no rule in the laws of chess that you're not allowed to offer a draw. Lead chess. So it turned out to be, as expected, like an almost perfect game by both sides. Though he was spazzing out at the end. He was worse. I had lost interest in this game. From Odo Chessmaster. Alright, so next tournament. Round, whatever. Camel Culture, I hope you have to play Redusa. It's a real mystery. Sometimes he's really good and sometimes not so much. Yeah, I mean, arbitrary rule, right? This bullshit 30 move draw, but it has no place in online chess. I don't know. But it's allowed in like random games, or is it the same? Is it just, yeah, this isn't even arena or something. It's not even an arena. I can see maybe in the arena not letting people have draws in less than 30 minutes because the rules are so weird and the draw streaks and whatever, you know, or, you know, win streaks. I have the feeling it's like a global thing, some kind of global setting. Maybe not. Maybe just in tournaments. In a Swiss tournament, why would you not allow draws? Sorry. We don't want to disappoint the sponsors. Lud. This is a player I haven't played in a long time. Thanks for accepting. Okay, you're welcome. I don't know. I think there was a draw. No, I beat this player the last time we played. Okay, I don't remember. And they're 2000 Rapid. Okay, you got like really weird ratings. 1756 Blitz, 2000 Rapid. Okay, maybe it's not so weird. There was a time when that was normal, though I feel like it's less lately. A3. A3, Bishop C4. The Bodler with A3. Not a bad move, objectively. After A3, G6, there's really nothing better for white to do, I think. Bodler this. So as long as I can't get run over by D4, although B4 might be a thing, we can put the knight on C6. Standard setup. Okay. So I played a few games with white with this type of setup. It's not so bad. F4. That's really asking a lot from the position, isn't it? You're playing the Grand Prix attack and the Bodler now. I'm obligated to attack this. We have to try to keep him honest here. We could end up in a situation where both sides have bishops that are like blocked in. Pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn, queen takes queen, check. I have bishop takes c3 there. In some moment. It's probably not that great. Maybe I just keep the tension here with b6 and see what happens. Take, take, take. If I give up my dark square bishop, I'm going to have a very bad dark square weakness. Consequently. You know, this is weird. White, don't know anything about them. The endgame cometh. So if I trade into the endgame, I don't like not having a dark square bishop, but on the other hand, white has a very bad bishop on a2. So both sides have like extremely bad pieces in this endgame. Although maybe I should have taken on c3 first. Well, we can always do that now. I can do that now. So what I'm saying is, if I trade on c3, well, maybe I don't do that right away, okay? Do this first. We have options. Options are good. Options can be good. Now, he traded on my terms. This is much better this way. Now, oh, you want to do that. Now I can go into the end game. If I want to, or I can attack your c2 pawn. Ludwig. Well, after you're named after Ludwig. Takes, bishop e2. Knight somewhere. Well, that's convenient. It's very double-edged, but I'm causing serious damage to his structure. Now, which way do you want to take? With this knight? Or the other knight? I don't know. With the other knight. My other knight. Take with the king? I don't know. Ludlud, bro. You're 1536 in bullet. Why are you playing so fast? According to your ratings, like, you're stronger at slower games, but you're like playing the whole game in 5 seconds. That seems kind of weird, doesn't it? Why would a guy who's like better at slower chess play super fast? You know? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Anyway, I really should stop asking myself these questions because it just isn't worth it. At the end of the day, people are just like random. Build a wall. Build a wall. I reversed my knight. So this one can take care of e6. This is, wow, knight d2. Subtle move. What does that do? Given his use of time, I'm thinking like my opponent is not, he's not like doing like in-depth strategic four-dimensional chess here. We have Donald Trump level strategy by white. But once again, can you answer me why this guy has 1500 bullet, 1700 blitz, higher in rapid, despite how fast he's playing, despite the fact that his time management is really bad, his rapid rating is higher than his blitz. Weird. Weird, but true. So what we got was an F3 Nimzo, or something like that. Basically a Nimzo. Guess the opening. How many people would have guessed Nimzo? Looks like a Nimzo. Yeah, it's a blockade. Bye. Nice pawns you've got there. Those are some beautiful pawns. We have beautiful pawns. Be careful what you put them through. I have knight b7, knight d6. Now it's a good idea. But we can bring another piece to control these squares. Oh, f5 is interesting. Probably not good though. You know, it's not good here. Ah, defending the rook. Okay. Well, I guess we play 96, but I do have to watch some stuff here. Okay. F5 is still playable, actually. Double-edged move. Maybe knight d6 and I don't take on e5. Yeah. I'm curious what he's going to do. This is weird, though. I mean, look at my score against this guy. 16 and a half. They've played 23,000 games? Or is that me? Wow. Probably best move for white. G4. That was unexpected. I didn't think he would come up with that. With limited time. So this has got like full on creepy now. Who is this? Played 7 classical games. 3 rapid games. 57 rapid games on March 16th. 38 losses. Bro, what is going on with this player? All right. I did nothing to Arsenal fan, but he obviously is having some issues, so I am not going to deal with that. I'm not his psychotherapist. Now this bishop on a2. Wow. I don't understand. How can I have even the score against this player? Who is this player? Like, seriously. Where did you come from? Come to my stream and start venting? Really? Like, it's my problem? It's so rude. I don't really want to trade rooks, you know that? I wonder if f5 should be played. Let's do it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm afraid to say anything to people that act like that. He comes to my stream, he's like venting, and he's like looking for someone to vent to. I'm just not going to answer. You know, I didn't say a word to him. Obviously, you know, very toxic mood. But I'm not going to take the blame. Why go to someone's stream and bring that on them, you know? Bring your mood on them. Symmetrical. Look at this blockade. I like this. But my opponent, I don't understand, dude. Does anyone want to take responsibility for being this person? Being Lud? Being John Malkovich? Knight c4 takes, rook takes. Yeah. He doesn't even think about his moves. It's insane. That's insane. Now, you are lost. I hope. It's like totally self-obsessed behavior, you know. We're having a nice stream here. We have my own tournament. All he wants to do is talk about himself. Totally self-centered, you know. Screw that, dude. So, I can't stand that when people are so self-centered. You know, you get a lot of that in real life. People come in the room and they want to be like the center of attention, like spoiled babies, like Donald Trump. Yeah, dude. Yeah, of course. It's a personality disorder. We all have them, you know? Wow. Check this out. Bishop B1. Don't worry. Not a problem. How's your light square bishop doing? Good? Just stay there. I mean, I'm lucky that I could even get through this game with Arsenal venting in my stream. I didn't want to ban him. I wanted to, like, tolerate him. But what can I do, you know? You can only stand so much. So now it's just a matter of figuring this out. How do we do this? How exactly do we win? Yeah. I wonder if I should play A5 to just fix those pawns. Dude. Diagnostic thresholds. I'm surprised he's not running for Prime Minister of the UK or something at this stage. If Trump could be president of the United States, Arsenal fan could be British Prime Minister for sure. I mean, not about politics, but just certainly having a personality disorder is not, you know, gonna stop anyone from being elected to a high position. Bishop C1. So what was my point? Oh yeah, here. Now how do you defend against that, right? There goes my internet again. I like Arsenal fan a lot, but I'm not going to deal with them like that, you know, in that condition. He actually has a lot, you know, and like a lot of people with issues, he has a lot of issues. No, he has a lot of positive qualities too. That's the problem. I have this one friend though who got really out of control. He was so like self-centered I couldn't deal with him anymore. Sometimes it's just like there's a point where you can't, you know, you just can't take it anymore. I mean, with people. I don't know what their deal is, but they definitely need to learn how to resign. But if you see they lost 38 rapid games, they lose most of their games. So they're just doing this a lot, like just playing too fast and losing most of their games. The question I would ask is like, why are you playing rapid? If you want to play fast and mindlessly, then rapid is not the time control to play. It's very simple. Rapid is for thoughtful chess. Oh no. Stalemate. So if you want to play mindless chess, why play classical and rapid? Why not play blitz and bullet? Because it's there. You know, you want to play the whole game in 5 minutes. Why are you playing rapid? I don't understand. It's weird. You have like an option. That's funny, Hercules. You have to be a bit different to win an election. Dude, I'm having hallucinations. Wow. I thought that was mate, and it wasn't. Oh my god. I could mess this up. Wait. Stay there. Just stay there. Just for a second, alright? Can you just wait, please? Hold. I thought I had mate, and it's not mate. You just freeze where you are. Oh no. Check? Wait. Unnecessary roughness, 600 yards. I've got enough stress in my life. I don't need to like engage with people who are like obviously irritated on my stream. You know? We don't need that. Alright. Lid. I don't know what your deal is, but I would recommend not playing rapid chess, but focusing on blitz and classical. But I was curious about my opening, you know? I don't think like exchanging pawns is great for black. Objectively. I don't know about... Yeah, we got a lot of games here. By the way, like, just want to mention again, I'd love to like make fun of Brian Smith. He's like a right-wing grandmaster from Alaska. But the guy, he's like this poker friend I have who can't evaluate like poker players. He claims Vladislav Nevednici is a tactician, you know. I'm like, dude, did you even play the same guy I did? Nevednici Kirill Georgiev, look at this. This is a totally positional line for white. It's a closed Sicilian. I was like, dude, are you talking about the same player? Your squeeze against Redusa was vintage. Nice, nice. You're faster than me, Camel Culture. I let myself... Well, actually, you know, he played really well against me. That Karo Khan is a draw. I mean, the Panov isn't enough for white, I know. But I didn't think he would know what he's doing. Congratulations. I expect you to get the upper hand there. Gabble, troll mops with 100 bits. That's Mr. Coffee's health you're taking away, by the way. Alright, guys. Onward and upward. So, we had a little bit of a... Oh, Arsenal even won. I would have thought he lost. No way. Arsenal played and won? I thought he lost. He was, like, steaming because he lost. He actually won his game? He was mad about that? Wow. He even seemed mad about his game. I thought he lost to someone. Jesus Christ. Imagine if he lost. How his mood would have been. Alright, Camel Culture, let's see. Dude, no way. You got white against him? What the fuck? This is... Dude, he did this? He did this? He did knight c6. You played knight c3. He played g6. You played e3 and he played bishop g7? Are you fucking kidding me? You know this line, right? Like, I play this all the time. Come on, Black's supposed to play knight f6. You know, the guy played perfectly against me. Why is he playing knight c6 against you? Why is he playing knight c6? He can play g6. Oh my god. It's Sladgy versus Kovalenko. Very bad. Very bad. White's already worse. Probably here. Dude. d4. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, look how he played totally different against you. Against me, he was like Mr. Genius. Move order. Look at this move order he used against me. E3, G6, double exclam. A game I had at the World Senior. And now against Bugayev. And now on D4, takes. I was afraid to do this against Bugayev. After D5, he's probably going to play knight F6 and transpose to the Karo Khan. It's like, it's a genius move order for black. But check out this E6 he played against me. So this has been known. But like, who's played it? Look, Erwin Lamy. Who cares? Topalov played it once against Gashimov, but yeah, this is a weird line. Is that engine number 1 move? E6. Knight on B, D7. Come on. No. Bishop G7 is still the best. So he doesn't know the theory. I don't know, but the move order against you is like known to be bad. My friend Emil Salancy, who has like he had like a brain stroke, recently. Emil used to play this against me, Camel Culture, Emil is a Benoni specialist, and we had a lot of games like this. But the first rule of this position is you never play C takes D. This is Korchnoi Fischer, actually, and Black's supposed to play D6. Once I saw an IM do this, but you're supposed to play D6 and then D5, and then knight E5, and then Korchnoi played knight D2 here, and Black played F5, and F5 is a brilliant move because it gives Black F7 for his knight to go back to. Fischer, I don't know how many times he played Korchnoi, interestingly. You know, that's a good question. But it was a draw. Korchnoi, Fischer had to sack the exchange, and he was, like, worse. You know, I don't remember, like, what year that was played or anything, but it's interesting. Because, you know, how many times did Fischer actually play Korchnoi? I don't even know. It's a good question. A dubious honor to play Arsenal fan in his final game here. His final game here, Sorocha. The guy's been banned 20 times. Are you serious? I hardly think it's his final game. I mean, I'm like handing out bans like it's candy, and I'll unban people the next day. I unbanned Snedsteg. I'll give him another chance. I hardly think it's his last game. When he calms down, you know, I'll unban him in a couple months or something like that. What? Oh shit. Oh shit, okay, my clock didn't run out. Nah, I'm not gonna play E4. I don't know what you do. He's even got the camel now, that's cool. You've got a camel emote. One hump or two? Cabal chucker. Sorry, I was looking at that stuff. Would you like one hump or two? Yeah, so yeah, Arsenal was raging. Yeah, I'm not in the mood for that, man. But I just wanted to be noted that I didn't respond to him, say a single word, or have any interaction with him at all. I'm not gonna like, oh, Sledgy's such an asshole. I don't want to go to a stream. I didn't even interact with them for a reason, you know. I'm not going to take the blame for that. It's okay, Common Culture, go ahead. I'm sorry, you know how the screen like doesn't update and you don't know. That's how Asterbait would lose all of his simul games on time. I'll just pretend I'm Brian Wall. I totally forgot until this minute that it was Brian. Oh, you're different now. Wait. You're playing differently against me. Yeah, that's a good move. G6 is good. What do I do? Sure. Play the better move against me. Yeah, I mean, I have zero interest in playing the white side of a Fianchetto Pierz. So I'm like stuck in the Grunfeld. I have a student who uses this move order. It's a pretty smart move order for black. I don't see what white can really do about it. Now, obviously, if you play this against Brian, it might be kind of drawish. Maybe you didn't want to draw. Knight h6, huh? Interesting. What if I do, like, Botvinnik Bronstein? Is this sound? Can I do that? Probably not. This is probably not good, but I felt like doing something weird. It happened in Botvinnik Bronstein, but it was a different situation where white like had already like sort of like it was a fixed center. Like they had exchanged c pawns, I think. So I don't. Oh. You think I'm like Uber driver? Yeah, but your bishop's on h6. Oh, there was this Indian kid who's a GM now. I played a similar structure against. Can't remember his name now. Oh yeah. So it's like a Catalan gambit. You're buying time with bishop g7. What if I play knight c3? Then we have like a full-on reverse Catalan. Oh, that's so weird. Knight c3, d4, knight e4, knight c3, bishop takes c3. Whoa, I just like freaked out. So c3 is obviously a move. c3 is a move. But there's one thing about this. Actually, if I play knight c3, am I like threatening anything? Are you even threatening me? Knight c3 is stupid. Alright. No, knight c3 is stupid. Alright, so Indian kid, I don't remember his name. Random Indian kid. He was like 2,100 and I gave him a draw. Because I knew he was going to be like 2,600 in like 3 years, and he was. Can I get a rating point refund for all the 2,600s that I've drawn when they were 2,100? I just did my taxes. There's like, what do you know, when you like invest in Bitcoin and you like sell it at a loss, what is that called? It's like, I can't remember the terminology for it. I sold my rating points at a loss. Basically, cost. Jesus, I studied economics. Cost basis, right? Cost basis. B4, 96 is a very, very pro-Catalan move. The cost basis for rating points. H5. I got my H5 in. Take that, camel culture. You play like a little kid. Future 2,600 camel culture. So what are you going to do if I play H6 now, like Alpha Zero? Hope you like Bishop F6. Is that a good square? Bishop F6? Maybe I should keep my options open. Well, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. H6 is overrated. Maybe. Probably it's overrated. I should develop my pieces. I mean, this is kind of coffee house what I did, but I don't know. Knight H6. You provoked me, you know? I wanted to create something interesting. But I have a lot of pawns still on dark squares. I'm not like Uber Driver, where like all of my pawns are on white squares. I trade my dark square bishop and then put all my pawns on white squares. Play H3. Uber Driver losing because he's like castled kingside and played G3. When my dark square bishop killed him with bishop takes G3. Irony, isn't it? Here, camel culture is probably better objectively, but you know, it's still like kind of a weird position. I mean, not so easy to play. Objectively, you know, the objective evaluation of positions is not as important as the practical. I don't know, maybe I should have played H6, but I guess you just go bishop F6. There's nothing I can really do. And now, you're attacking my pawn. And you have bishop F5. Wow, that's greedy. So there doesn't appear to be a good answer to this move. That was also played by the little Indian kid. Well, I have one answer, okay. It's not great, but that's all I've got. It looks like. I mean, I can play H6 first. I don't know. Actually, knight e4. Castle's knight takes G3. Tactical buzzsaw. So you've got sacks on c3. That's probably nothing. You got sacks on g3. That looks scary. e3, knight takes g3. Sacks 5th Avenue. Castles. Okay, I can take your d pawn and get mated. So we need to do something. Knight fe4. Not ideal. Weaken the light squares. That's also not really ideal. Maybe it is knight fe4. You have bishop g4 there. fd4, sorry. Rook f1. e3. I want to play e3. We probably have to, objectively. Well, your d5 pawn is hanging. I don't know if you need that for anything. This is bullshit for white, and I agree with Camel Culture's very wholesome play. But I still don't have any bad pieces, sort of. Well, kind of. Not bad. The knight on b3 isn't great. It wasn't my plan to put it there. That is kind of a bad piece, but not a long-term bad piece forever. Not this. This is not looking great. Of course, I wouldn't do h4 against a little kid who was going to be 2600 shortly. That's something I would only do in a blitz game. Although the plan was bishop takes h6 and h4. You know, actually, in retrospect, I could just play h4 directly, maybe, you know. Sorry, here. h4 directly. Then you have bishop g4. It's worth looking at. I mean, I'm sure this has been played before, and there's probably some concrete answers. What I did was a little bit too artificial. So we're going to be like Reduce-A game, where we use like all of our time and then have 3-second increments for the rest of the game. So objectively, what about taking... I think I'm going to do this now. Because I don't want you to hurt me. What would Brian do? Wow, take with the F pawn. You might actually have that. I might have underestimated that move. But I mean, whatever. If you want to take with the F pawn, okay. It's anti-positional. But it might be good. It might be good. It's not like you're in any danger here. You can certainly take either way. Thanks, Global Troll Mops donated 200 bits for Mr. Coffee's health. Mr. Coffee's health is down to 2,350. Sorry, is that 2,550? It's still a good rating. 2,550. Nice to see someone nice and positive coming to my stream instead of ranting, but actually supporting the stream and donating. I appreciate the ranting, you know, I really do, but donations are better. So now what? Can you sack a piece? Knight d2, knight takes g3. Sure you can. 3 pawns for a piece, that's really nasty. Actually, it's not, probably. Knight d2, knight g3, takes, check, queen e2. That doesn't work. You can't do that. Well, actually, you can. He gets 3 pawns for a piece. Okay, do it. Fine. Knight g3. Takes, check. I don't know what I'm going to play, but you get 3 pawns for a piece. That seems very random. You're not exactly ahead in development after that. White's a little bit worse. Come on, F5. You want a stone wall. You like the stone wall. Knight D6. Huh. Why not? Interesting move. Now what do I do? A castle. I'm castling. What are you going to do? Where are you going to put your king? You're going to castle queenside? E4. I'm like Uber driver. I'm really playing like Uber driver in this game. Okay, bishop D7 is coming. Yeah. Yeah, global troll mops. Yeah. Well, we got to do something. Send the ships to Iran. Fuck Trump. All right. Oh. Suddenly I felt like a Carol Khan. Dude, you learned from my game with Uber Driver. You're playing like me. Let's see. Queen E2. Queen F3. F5. Queen E2. No, I mean my bishop should be able to come back. Nice bishop you have there on H8. Are you going to castle kingside? You were inspired by my play against Uber Driver. Clearly. Look at this move. Why are you doing that? You're provoking me? Wow. Well, that is kind of annoying. So if bishop d3, you just take, and then I can't castle. But maybe that was the safest approach for me. I don't know, though. Bishop d3, takes. Rook d8, rook d1. No, takes, queen e2. Rook d8, queen e2, and then like a5, rook d1. Rook takes, check, king takes. I could probably hang on for a draw. Maybe it was safer to play bishop d3, objectively. I was scared, though. Maybe I was right to be scared. Because you have stuff like, not a5, but queen c6. Maybe trying to play queen h1 check. This is basically a similar thing. Just, not the same. Something's burning. I think it's me. What does that do? Please tell me what that does. I'm afraid. Oh no! Bishop b5. No. You're slightly better in the endgame. Take it. Take the endgame. I can lose this. I can lose any endgame. I'm good at that. Oh. You want to improve your king. Yeah, but here I have moves, right? Queen a6 looks nasty. Wow. Yeah, greedy. You could have traded queens, but no, you had to be greedy. Queen and knight combo, have you heard of it? That was very greedy. But I think you're still okay. Just so you get like one square closer. Anyway, we're not at draw yet. We have to reach 30 moves for it to be a draw. Everybody knows that. But I mean, basically this is what I would normally like kind of do in this type of position where I give up the bishop. We're aiming for like knight versus bishop, and it's like, okay, it's a draw. He was better with the bishop pair theoretically, so trading the bishop pair off should help me get closer to equalizing. I mean, that's how it's supposed to work, basically. I didn't accomplish anything. I just want to draw. You want to draw? It's too much stress for me. No? Alright, it's fair. Fine. But, alright, now all the gloves are off. No more Mr. Nice Guy. There's no more Mr. Nice Guy after this. That was my last draw offer. I'm going to play for time. You have that. I have no checks or anything? Does this do something? Oh. Alright. It's a little scary. There's this king. Look at that king. Uh-huh. Now I'm in trouble. That was kind of scary. Is that Zugzwang? You got me in Zugzwang again. Damn. No mercy. You're gonna flag me, aren't you? No mercy flaggings. But I think you might have been winning at some point there. I was like, wow, I really played like an idiot in the end, though. I think I was lost. Like, I don't mean before. I mean like in the last like 15 moves, I was lost. I feel like F3 probably loses. I feel like I miscalculated, or I didn't calculate at all. I'd be surprised. I wasn't lost. Wow. Okay, yeah. No, in that exact moment. Okay. No, maybe I was lost. Okay, so G4. I saw this, but I didn't want my pawns to be fixed like they were. You know, obviously this is suboptimal. If I don't have G4 though, what am I gonna do? You know, I mean knight B3. I didn't see it look weird. Yeah, this is really close to losing. But it's not losing, apparently. Only knight b3. I would need time to find that move. I mean, okay, it supports my pawns, but I wanted this to liquidate the whole kingside. This was like, okay, if it works, then I'm totally equal. Wow. Shit, you have king e5? You have a lot of winning moves, apparently, after g4. That was the only mistake I made the whole game. That's really fucked up. I mean, I'm like passive the whole game. I'm slightly worse the whole game, but I didn't actually make any like concrete blunders till that. This is trash what I did. I don't know. Well, there's only 2 games where this position ever happened. Yeah, no one takes on h6. I mean, it's probably not good. But I thought it would be funny. So people have actually played h4 right away. It's better to play h4 right away. Although Gowrie played it, that can't be good. Predrag Nikolic played this twice. That's good, at least. Okay, anyway, that was funny. But, yeah. I wanted an immediate, like, way to draw. So, I don't have time to calculate. I figured I was in trouble, but not as bad as it looked. Ugh. So knight b3 holds a draw. I didn't know with my pawns fixed on the other side. Now, okay, the end game, we didn't have a lot of time. You should have traded queens, I think, right away, objectively, but maybe not. It doesn't seem like a very exciting game, but actually there's some interesting points. I think that black is better the whole game. It's not much, but it's enough. But I don't want to play bishop takes h6, really. It's not a good move. RD Rector. RD Rector. Oh, okay, this is you. 2138. Yeah, man, I don't know. All I really trust is the Nimzo. I don't know. Yeah, you played f3. Okay, whatever. All right. We'll just play what I know. Thanks, Chemiculture. Good game. Kind of. I don't think it was that great, but it wasn't bad. Alright, so where am I again? I had this at the World Senior where this dude, like, prepared for me and he tricked me into playing a line I don't know. Was it that exact move? No. No, I don't know. It wasn't Bishop D2. I don't know about Bishop D2. The guy did something weird and he tricked me into playing a line I didn't know, and I ended up losing to this 2100. Early in the tournament. Okay. It's basically a really good snake Benoni, you know. That's how I view these lines. Bishop D2. I am not familiar with that. Like, where are you getting that from? Knight takes E4. I mean, if the Snake Benoni is playable, then this is like the optimal Snake Benoni. The F3 Nimzo, I don't know. I mean, it's like White's most aggressive line, but it's also very dangerous for White. Black has lots of resources. C5 is the way to go. It's just a question of which move to play it. You can also play D6 on move 4. You can play B5 in various move orders. You can castle, but still, I think the basic setup with Black playing C5 against the F3 Nimzo, that's the best. Just a question of move order. For me, I mean, D5 and the Nimzo, it's like, why do we play the Nimzo if we want to put our pawns on light squares? If you want to play the Queen's Gambit, it's funny how good the Rogozin is, you know? Because the Rogozin is like, you put your bishop on B4, then you play D5, and then you're like, nope, maybe I'm going to bring my bishop back to F8 or D6 or something. It's not really an Nimzo. But if you're going to give up your dark square bishop, then you should have your pawns on dark squares. Knight E2, B takes C4, Knight F4, G5. Yeah, I've seen that. You like those irrational things. Move 11. Move 11 is a big fan of irrational lines. Yesterday, you pointed out my Rossalimo D5, and I tanked for like 4 minutes, and I could have played for Blobix. Blobix, who passed away, was a French player who came on my stream a lot, and he was the one who came up with this idea. You do like in the Rossalimo B3, and then when Black like wins your rook with Queen D4, you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. I know. So move 11 anyway. I think B3 was interesting, but I couldn't bring myself to play it, so I played something lame instead. But that line I don't trust. You know what you're talking about in the F3 Nimzo with G5. Yeah, that looks very weird. There's also E5. I know you can play both. E5 and G5. Here's a G5 is always a safe move. He thought forever on knight takes A4. Knight takes E4. No. He thought forever on knight takes A4, but why? Why think so long on this move? Why do you think so long? Why? Ask why. The wall. Brain wall. The thing is that Black has to destroy the wall in the F3. You know, we're playing against this wall. The pawn wall. And the wall must, well, you can either play around it or destroy it, you know, but it's a formidable, like, strategic force. But I think that Black is okay here, but if I don't destroy the wall, you know, it's going to be around and it's going to hurt me. A5. I'm just going to castle and then sack a piece on E4. No. Maybe later. Now here you don't need to think too long. You play king takes D2, I'm resigning. Alright, so you saw the wall. You give a good wall. Your knight's on A4. You still need to sort out your kingside development. Am I threatening knight takes E4? Maybe you want to bring your knight back to C3. My structure's worse, though. You fucked up my queenside structure. I mean, I have 3 islands. Now you have 2 islands, I have 3. defending e4 and developing. Now there's a very logical move. So I think that we gotta go. No immediately destroying the wall. Knight h5, I have a bad track record with that. I lost to Nate Solon once. That's very embarrassing. Huge chess blogger. Blog pro. I think that might have been the same year when I lost to Danny Wrench. That's bad. How are you all tonight? Mr. Rolandson. You're a male in your 40s. A chess player who's a male on my chess stream? We just assumed that. The League clan. As long as it's not clan with a K, it's okay. Bishop d3. Alright. We're very serious here. Thanks for the introduction, though. It's nice someone makes self-introduction. Introductory offer. I need to develop my pieces. What am I going to do? I'm overthinking for this time control. Would you rather lose to Danny Wrench or Noel Studer? I'd rather lose to Noel Studer, who's at least a grandmaster. I don't want to know about his latest blog. I hate losing to bloggers. I lost to Nate Solon. It was like 2000 or something. I mean, I don't know. And Danny Wrench. I lost to them both around 2000. It was a very bad World Open. I was drinking Long Island iced teas. I had a really bad World Open. So I just didn't care anymore, and I was losing to Danny Wrench. And when he was a little kid. That Studer guy, yeah, he's Swiss. Don't need money, you're from Switzerland. Don't need to be a rich and famous blogger. You already have money. What are you looking for here? Alright. So, I need to destroy this guy's center. Did Benoni, oh no, Bishop e2. That doesn't look right. See, you've got to be willing to give up your light square bishop, bro. You know, this is the wall. You can't be losing time. I mean, it's the f3 Nimzo. You're asking for trouble. That bishop is negotiable. Can't be playing bishop d3, bishop e2 because my knight is on e5. The same thing in the King's Indian. Now you're in serious trouble. You can't develop your pieces. I think that rook e8 is a useful move anyway, although it would block knight's retreat. Okay, we need to think here. Knight h5 again brings back bad memories of losing to a young blogger. Developing the pieces often good. This is a Benoni too. You know, I have queen b6, rook b8. We have a lot of things. We have the best things here. Is he threatening f4? Are you threatening f4? Seriously? Alright, I'm going to do rook e8. Fine. If you try anything with, like, the center, it's going to not be a wall anymore, you know? If you play f4, remember, no more wall. Oh my god, g4. Move 11, you gave him that idea. Holy shit, g4. Wow. So I sack a piece here, Velimirovich style. Just a question of which one. I mean, this has got to be enough compensation, right? Two pawns for a piece. But it's the F3 Nimzo. You have no coordination. I'm getting a third pawn on G4. Come on. I sacked my... What did I do? I sacked a rook in my game in the World Senior when I lost. I went completely berserk. I got carried away. The guy offered a draw and set me off. I should have taken the draw. I really hope I never have to play Danny Wrench again. Queen H4 check. Okay, you have King F1 now. King F1 is a serious move. It's a good defense. So I need a way of increasing my attacking chances here. F5 is interesting. Opening it up. Development 2. We've got a lot of stuff. Rook A7. You're gonna castle. F5, triple, double, triple, triple, double. Do you guys see that in the NBA? I don't really follow NBA. The other day, like last week, someone scored 100 points in one game. The second highest NBA score of all time after Wilt Chamberlain. Did anybody see that? That's fucking crazy. How's that even possible? You're castling queenside. Dude, how can anybody score 100 points in one NBA game? That's insane. That's insane. Wilt Chamberlain did that? And now someone else did it? I'm not even a basketball fan. I used to play basketball. I liked basketball, but I'm not talented. But it just totally popped in my head. 100 points in one game. Something insane. I think Kobe Bryant had like the third highest. 80 something. Bro. Okay. Overwhelming force. You have to have faith. You're gonna go away again? I mean, this is ridiculous. I guess I should start calculating at some point. He's starting to run away again. Queen G5 check. Okay, I don't care if you take my pawn on A6, dude. Take it away. I was sitting there worried about my pawn on A6. I mean, seriously? You do not know a lot of theory on English opening or Caracol. How do you play that line then? Wow. You're threatening me? This is crazy. Wait. C4? Bishop B1? That's not cool. Yeah, I played this very badly. It's really kind of unclear now what's going on. Looks like I have 3 pawns for a piece, but I think the white is okay now. I've only played Art Director 3 times. He was completely lost. I mean, it had to be completely lost. Now it looks unclear. He's able to develop his knight. Maybe not so easy, actually. Maybe not so easy. Not so easy. Okay, no one said it would be easy. Ooh. So I have rook b3. No, he still has defense to that. I have c3. What a game. This is the F3 Nimzo. You really saw just chess games, so know a little. Yeah, but I mean, Redusa, you seem like too good of a player to not have an opening repertoire that you play. I mean, too advanced to not have an opening repertoire. I mean, you're too good for that. But it's not just you. I mean, I've noticed this with a lot of people. It seems like a lot of people just, and masters. Like I said, Bibi Sara, the women's superstar, played against me. Never she had played a Caro Kann. I was like, what are you doing? Oh, I'll just play the Caro Kann. People seem to think that like they could just play stuff without knowing it, but that seems kind of silly to me. You're playing an opening that's not like your other openings. You see, it doesn't fit. Like, you played the Sveshnikov. Now, this particular opening, okay, with the Grunfeld, maybe. Still, a little bit Grunfeld-like. It's not a bad system you played. It looks like you know what you're doing. I mean, against Camel Culture, it was bad. Well, I used to do that more, Camel Culture. You play stuff you don't know every game. That's why you're a floor master now. That's the influence of Brian, probably. The squirrel. Different animal opening every day. Sometimes I used to play stuff I didn't know. Yeah, it's not a very professional attitude. But also, maybe, it's good to experiment with stuff. And then we're talking about Blitz, and we're talking about online, and we're talking about over the board chess is a different thing, you know. Serious tournaments are a different thing. I just can't believe how everybody like just transposes to the Panov and they don't know it, you know. It's like, this is a major opening. The Caro Kann is extremely popular to a point where it's like the London system. Extremely popular. I think the Caro Kann must be like Black's single most popular opening at this point against e4. You know, that's probably true. I don't know why. I guess it's easy to memorize or something. I have a terrible score with the Caro Kann, and I think that it's always been a problematic opening for me. I don't know why, but where's the mate? You have queen takes c3. Queen takes c3 and back rank. He's played the f3 Nimzo and never moved his knight. My queen's hanging. My c3 pawn's hanging. What else? I have no direct threats. That's very annoying. Queen e5 is just a tempo loss. I have moves. But like what? Exactly moves do you want to play here? Playing for mate would be good. Queen c8. Right. Wow. Check. Is check good? Always check, it might be mate. Alright, you did move your knight though. Oh my god. What a mess. What a mess. And you were better at one point when I played Rook A7. A lot of mistakes. But that's normal. Look at my game. Yeah, look at my game. That was bad. Mr. Zier. Mr. Zier has no games. Dude, you have no games. I can't accept you. Mr. Zier himself. Zier is fat in Hungarian. But it's spelled differently. Okay. Mr. Zier. So where's our tournament? Wait a second. Bro, I accepted his game request. 36 seconds. I'm tied with Camel Culture. We still have 3 more rounds. Are you kidding me? No way. No, 2 more rounds. Okay. One ongoing game? Oh my gosh. There's still an ongoing game. Wow. Stefano against Stepvargan, the S battle. So I thought this tourney is supposed to be on Tuesdays. It is. But this week I had to do my taxes. And next week I have something on Tuesdays as well. Sometimes it gets moved. It's usually on Tuesdays. But sometimes it has to get moved, and when it gets moved to Wednesday, which is the day next to Tuesday on the calendar. It's very crazy, but life is life. Sometimes we have to move it. Move it. I usually do it on Tuesdays. There's no stream on Mondays, usually. It's my day off, and generally I would do it on Tuesday. That answers that question. Okay. Stepvargan. Guys, what are you doing here? Come on. Guys, can you stop this? I'm not going to watch this. That's bullshit, man. Ardusa won against Ruin. Can you guys please just draw so we can play the next round? Uber driver, what happened? You lost to Camel? Camel, you beat Uber driver? Oh my god. Oof, what was that? That looks bad. What did you do to Camel Culture? Some kind of bad Slav? My god. How did you do that to him? Ugh, what is that, a Catalan or a Slav? He doesn't usually lose that bad. Yeah, Bishop D2 is not a common move there, Iatan. I have to take another look at that. Yeah, this tournament I made entry requirement 1 month old rather than 14 days. I don't know about Bishop D2. It's not the main move. But I have to stop playing that line exclusively because I'm too predictable. E4, what? E4, E6? Oh no. Oh no. Dude. Yeah, that's awful. Oh. The what's it called? The French Rubinstein. Poor Rubinstein, and he has his name associated with that crap. Didn't, Rubinstein, I feel like, played the Byrne variation, more than really the Rubinstein, but I don't know. What do I know? I don't know. No one was good enough to punish Rubinstein back in those days. Yeah, you can study rook versus rook in games with Oleg Krivonosov. Um, 2 more rounds to go. But I don't know why any French player would choose to play the Rubinstein French. And we've talked about this in Mr. Coffee. It's just, it seems very illogical. Like you play e6, you build the center, and then you trade it off. How does that make sense? The Fort Knox is kind of like a gimmick. Like you play bishop d7, bishop c6. It sounds cool. It's the Fort Knox. I don't know who came up with that name. The whole thing is like very hard to play. You know, it's hard to believe that I actually was going to play that against Hikaru back in 2003, the last time we played. It was meant as like a surprise opening, but it's terrible. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't understand chess as well as I do now, back, 20 years ago. Teaching chess helps you to understand the game better. And I do, although maybe I'm older and I perhaps am not as spry and forget some things, I do think that my understanding of the game is better than it was at my peak in 2003 or whatever. So, pretty spry for an old guy. Check is lame. But, it's easy to play. Magnus rehabilitated this. Well, I don't know. He usually steals other people's ideas, but I mean, the concept of bringing the bishop back to d3 in a lot of cases, like a Kopek, I think, changed the game. This is different, of course. This is like the standard way that black normally plays. I think c4 is the main move, or bishop takes d7 and c4. I like to play it like a Bogo Indian. Yeah, I don't know why people they think that playing the Rubinstein French is a good idea. But that's funny though, I thought it was like a Catalan. Dude, where was his dark square bishop? The end position looks like his bishop's on a8. Are you serious? How is that a French defense? Man. Uber driver is usually more solid than that. I don't know what that was. Huh. So you're circumventing my b3 here. I guess I should play d4 then. No, I remember now that Stavrogan plays the dragon, actually. So he's basically trying to transpose to a dragon. Alright, maybe, I don't really want to play c3. Having played a4, it's too many weaknesses. I guess I should play d4. So he's trying to play the dragon. This is a weird dragon now, with my bishop on b5 and a4 in. That's probably not great. Great for white. a4, very weird move. It looks kind of irrelevant now, except for being a waste of time. But I mean, I don't know. I've had these kind of positions with black, and it's not that easy. Move e11. Bishop e3, knight of 6, knight c3, knight g4. Well, that would suck. So what do I do now? I guess I don't play bishop e3. Play knight f3. What am I going to do? Lose more time. When in doubt, lose more time. Stavbergen is stronger than his score against me would demonstrate. Though it's not easy to play the stone wall with both colors. I think that's why his score is bad. Do you only stream during the Pawnda tournaments? Well, I only do this once a week, but I have a bunch of streams. I do 4 streams. Usually Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Lately, it's been 4 a week. I used to do more, but things have been slow around here lately. We're missing some of our old friends. Do tournaments on Tuesdays. This is Tuesday. Thursday I do analysis stream. Friday I'll play some Blitz. And Sundays we have our Simul, which is my most popular stream. I play a classical Simul against 20-25 people. Been doing that for like 8 years. So now what do I do? This is the question. Yeah, maybe I don't want to put my knight on c3 necessarily. But my other options are what? Rook e1. This is totally like making it up as I go along. I was sort of out of book. I don't really play bishop b5, so I don't play bishop b5. I don't study it. I don't know it. And after bishop d7, a4, I'm just on my own. The main move is like bishop takes d7 and c4. I don't play this with black either. I think it's overplayed and not that dynamic. It's the safest way to play with black, objectively, against the bishop b5 Sicilian, but also the least interesting of the 3 moves. I've played all 3. So anyway, I want to thank Gabble Trollmops for donating 200 bits today. If you guys donate or subscribe, you do take away Mr. Coffee, who's the stream boss. Take away his health. He's down to 2,545. So someone followed. RRIDS followed. That takes off like 5 health. Rook c8. Stereotypical Sicilian move. In stereo. c3. What else can I do? c3 looks okay. It's a Joko piano. Not a standard Sicilian position. If you could put 2 pawns back on the board. I guess on... Yeah, it's never going to be a Joker piano, really, but if we put these pawns back, like c5 and d3, close Sicilian. So Arsenal fan, I had to ban your old friend, Arsenal fan, Mr. Coffee. I had to ban Arsenal fan. He came in like totally, crazily, just. He's banned again. Euron made a funny comment though. He was like, maybe you were here, Mr. Coffee, you're just being quiet, but Euron said, "Oh, I'm happy I maybe got the chance to play the last game against Arsenal fan." How many times has he been banned? The Asterbate emote. Yeah, he was just having like an emotional meltdown, and I refused to play his game. You know, like, I'm not here to be his therapist. I just ignored him. You know, the best thing to do with like hysterical people is to ignore them. And he just wants attention. He wants people to feed into it, and not going to do that. So I'm not going to engage. Should I go to F1 or D3? The 3 options: A2, F1, or D3. So anyway, yeah, I didn't know if you were around, but I hate to have to do that, you know, but it's like the raving lunatic, you know, in the closet. You just gotta stuff him in there and hope he calms down or something. Take Jimmy back to the closet. Where do I want to go here? You got Queen E8. Queen E8 could be annoying. Queen E8 could be annoying, although not objectively a great move for black. Alright, let's just go to F1. You have Queen B6 also. He missed it 7 times. He's been banned 7 times. Just 7. He's a problematic person. But unfortunately, certain people who are problematic have redeeming qualities. Anyways, nothing against him. I like him, but we can't be having that, you know, behavior. Acting out or whatever. What else? Acerbate's missing, man. It really bothers me, you know. It really bothers me. I hope it's just really his situation and he can come back. But I told Camel Culture he lives in Colorado, so we're going to have to, like, draw straws, and whoever lives closest has to, like, go hunt for Asterbate. That doesn't make sense. If we're drawing straws, then we're drawing straws, yeah. Well, anyway, we're nominating Camel Culture to have to go look for Asterbate, because he lives the closest to Vegas. It's a quick train ride from Denver to Vegas. I did that. Now that I think about it, I took the train from Chicago to Vegas once, and I think it stopped in Denver or something. It went through Colorado. Man, Snapdragon's playing really well. He does really well against me. No, but seriously, I don't know, man. Can't be having no stream without Asterbate. E5. Controversial. No, I mean, Bob was here the other day. He didn't seem to pick it up. Like, he doesn't want to touch that. No, but Bob's weird. Can't really rely on Bob. Bob's not really a regular. He's good at investigating. Zen Chess went to investigate, and Zen Chess said that he can't find any obituaries about Asterbate. But I don't think that's really that great of an indicator. Arrest is more likely than death. I can't find any arrest information on Las Vegas. There must be some kind of website that shows, like, you know, police. You know how, like, every city has these, like, police news or whatever, you know, usually there's some kind of reports about people get arrested. It's like public information. I don't know. Maybe it's not public information. Court dockets, yeah. Isn't there like a missing persons database? You would think. You have to officially be a missing person, though, and that takes like a long time or a big deal. You know, it's not easy to become a missing person. Someone has to report you missing. It has to be a certain amount of time. All right. Yep. Just keeps making good moves. That pawn looks kind of weak, though, doesn't it? Knight d4 takes, knight d2. Knight a3 or knight d2? Maybe knight a3. We're going to win the pawn. Exchanging sacrifice. Exchanging sacrifice. The exchanging sacrifice here is a very risky proposition. Proposition 20. We don't have to do it right away. Damn, I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do. But exchanging sacrifice could be effective in certain positions. I don't get Asteroids. Maybe his funding collapsed or something. I don't know. I just don't get it. Like, why you say your iPad doesn't... You're getting a new iPad. Why would that take 3 weeks to get a new iPad or to sign into your new account? Though he's not one to lie. He was normally honest about everything. Just don't think he would make shit up. Takes, knight f4. Oh, man. Exchanging. Bishop e5 was my original plan, but he's got takes, knight f4. So annoying. How about blockade? Shit, Karpov style, like knight c2, knight b4, a knight wall. Let's do that. Takes, knight f4, knight c2. No, it's not so simple. Knight f4. He's starting knight d3. I have to be willing to take the knight on d3, and then blockade. How do I do that? Not so easy. Shit. I have d4. Maybe d4. Knight c2, knight d4. But then my b2 pawn is very weak. Combo. Knight b5. Knight c2 would give me a combo draw. He has rook d2. Are you kidding me? Rook e4. I don't know, man, but Safarkin got some kind of upgrade or something. I mean, he's been playing better lately. He just got better. I assume everyone here is old. We're not getting any younger, but he's played stronger and stronger against me lately. His rating's gone up too. Well, in Rapid anyway. He has a good Rapid rating. Or Blitz, I mean. Blitz 2277. Bishop takes d3, pawn takes. Rook d1. That hangs a rook. What else can I do? You're threatening rook d2. g3 sucks. You're threatening rook d2. So I have to do something fast. Yeah. This makes sense. This makes sense. Okay. Rook e4, double attack. Threatening your pawn. Now the knight, I have to take it. You take with the pawn, or take with the rook. He takes with the rook, I can blockade. I mean the pawn. Sorry. My other pawn. Your other rook. Rook e2. Still blockade. Too late. Knight b5. Knight c2. Knight b5. This is probably a draw. It looks like it's going to end up being a draw. I mean, not the move I necessarily expected, but pretty much the same thing. I can't defend my B pawn. Don't wait a second now. No, he's going to save his bishop. Wow. Alright, but this is going to get sharp. This is going to be very sharp. You can't attack my pawn. It's immune. I got rook d7. Rook on the 7th. Check, you can attack my pawn. But I've got time. Thank God for h3. Southwargan likes bad bishops. You know, I mean, this is a guy who played the Stonewall a lot. Look at that. Look at that move. Unbelievable. Defenestrating. He defended the threat of rook d7, my only threat. It's fucking unbelievable. Now what do I do? Really wanted to win this game. Defend your weakness before it's attacked. So if you defend your weakness before it's attacked, is it really a weakness? I don't know if this is such a good move. We'll see. Ah. Whoa. Oh my God. It's like a perfect game by Black. He literally played a perfect game. I'm not going to play for time, you know? I mean, you played like a perfect game, bro. One inaccuracy. He made one inaccuracy. A serious inaccuracy with b5. And the rest of the game was perfect. That's pretty crazy. I mean, that's like way better than any like average tournament game that I play typically. I mean, maybe no recent court records. When you have a bishop that bad, it's important. It's like impossible to not have everything defended, right? You're used to playing with a bishop that bad. It's always protecting something. It's like part of the pawn chain. I'm not gonna play to like flag people. You know, it's stupid. It's just a tournament for fun. Caruana and the Palmiachi. So they play c3 here anyway, despite having played a4. So what's the idea? Just do like d3, you don't do d4? That's weird. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So no one ever played my move d4. It's a bit weird. But it looks like c3 is wrong to me. I tried to play like kind of like a computer style. It worked. I mean, I got a random position and I was never worse the whole game, and he made a serious mistake with b5. And I had chances, but it was never quite enough. Okay, so that probably hands the tournament to Camel Culture. I imagine it's too many draws at this point. I have too many draws. 3 draws and 3 wins. Camel Culture playing the black side of the 2 knights defense, but Ludlud. Ugh. Alright, Redusa still playing. Oh, this is a tough game. What's going on? Rook and bishop probably is a win, huh? Well, if you trade pawns, it's a draw, but how does white trade off black's e5 pawn? I don't see that happening, and I think it's just a win. This is a win. So you seriously look for court records? Yeah, nah. You could have been arrested. Say he was arrested. There's no necessarily records of that. Arrest records. It's hard to find someone. What? We just sacked his rook. Oh, he's going that way. Oh my god. I had no idea. Wow. I thought white was coming this way. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good. Both sides have queens. What? Bro, was he winning there? What did Redusa just do? Redusa had tons of time. Here he had tons of time and just gave the guy a draw. So on queen e3 check, isn't it like forced mate? Wow, you guys. It's not a win. It's white's turn. Oh, black's in check. Oh, you didn't tell me he was in check. Okay, he was in check, so it's a draw. Okay. Yeah, I'm all confused. It's going the wrong way. I don't know what check is. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm a little bit out of it. I didn't eat dinner. I had like chili yesterday. I drank a beer, and I like all night after eating chili in the day and then having a beer at night. I had this terrible acid indigestion. I couldn't sleep all night, and it was horrible. And I have like adult onset asthma, which gets worse when you have like gastrointestinal stuff. So it was a terrible night. I didn't sleep very well. Got to be careful what I eat. You know, it looks like we've reached that point where we got to give up the sugars and stuff like that, and start being careful about what we eat. Like when I eat not too much bread and sugar, and it's okay. Getting old sucks, guys, right, Mr. Coffee? Uh, but Camel Culture overtook me now. Our last hope, but I mean, who's left for there to be a draw? Camel Culture only, yeah, he had a half point bye and he drew with me. He's gonna win the tournament. It's over. I guess he'll play maybe our director. I mean, our director has a small chance. He would be the best chance. I mean, you know, it looks like Jeroen left. I don't know why. He left. It's a long tournament, guys. Thanks for playing. Mr. Coffee, you should have played, brah. What's your excuse? It was funny, Arsenal was like raging and I thought he must have lost, but it turns out he won a game against Jeroen. At least he went out on a positive note. Imagine if he had lost. I was joking. But guys, don't forget about Asterbait. We got to get him back somehow. Maybe I'd have to bust him out of jail in Vegas. I don't know. Well, the National Open's in June. I wanted to go, but with Iran and airfares and stuff, I don't think I'm going to be going to Vegas in June. I mean, I really wanted to play in the World Series of Poker, but I don't have much money. And I just think the airfares, I was just checking airfares. I mean, it's like, Iran is not going to help decrease the cost of flying to the U.S. Plus, you know, terrorism, ICE, like, who wants to go there? Don't tell me Ruslan Bear is going to forfeit the last round against me. You can't forfeit. If I leave the game, then he'll start, probably. Right. So what's up? I hate that I'm not leave site. No, I don't want to leave the site, bro. Somebody said Mozilla Firefox was going to start. I don't use Firefox here. This is Google. But Firefox was going to do split view feature. Like, I use Google and Firefox on different computers. Alright. So Ruslan is here. And he played D4. Dude, nobody wants to go to the World Cup. Dude, Mr. Coffee, seriously? You know, it's funny that you say that because I was just thinking, I didn't know if he has a chess.com account. Oh, no way. Because I crossed my mind today. I was desperate. I was thinking maybe he has the same account. Oh, shit, it's the same name? I was just wondering. Oh, it's him? Wow. Oh, that's great. That's really good. That's a very good sign. Well, then he's definitely still alive. It's not like somebody else would log in on your account. Then he's definitely still alive. And he wanted to play chess, or at least I would guess, unless it was the FBI checking his account. Could just be tech issues. This is a tricky line, actually. Ruslan's playing. I had some bad experiences here. One of White's best, maybe White's best line here. This is new too. So that's good, Mr. Coffee, probably. You know, this is like the police checking Asterbait's phone. No. I assume it's him. I would assume that it's him. So you're not supposed to play takes. You have to play D5, I believe, is the best move. Maybe the only good move. D5. Isn't that the game I played with number of players? Like D5, B5? D5, B5, Queen A5 check, Knight C3. We've seen games. I thought it was like Robert Markos. Maybe. But DC5 is not good. Yeah, his iPad, he said, was keypadded and it couldn't work, so they had to send him a new iPad. And he had to, like, his account was closed out, locked out. So, but who takes 3 weeks to, like, get back into their account? He has issues, you know, so we were worried. Hopefully he's okay. Well, that's a great thing that you did, Mr. Coffee, checking chess.com. You know, it crossed my mind. Then I thought, he probably doesn't even have an account there. I had never, I never used the Evil Chess site, and I do have an account there, which is super inactive, because on a very rare occasion I'll get these people who want to do lessons, but they refuse to do it anywhere but the Evil Chess site, and I'm like, oh, alright, fine, like, we have to do less on this dumb green chess site. I just hate the concept of that place. Yeah, he hasn't played a game on it. He was there for some reason. Well, my assumption is that he can't get in his Chess account, because if he could, he would be there. So somehow he could get into chess.com, but not his Chess account. Could be that it's like connected to like a different email or something like that. Maybe he has access to an old email, but maybe, I don't know, you know. Yeah, I don't, you know, I told the story a lot, how back in the 90s, the first chess site everybody was playing on was free. That was the thing about the online internet chess server. It was free. Then they made it pay, you know, and so, okay, I mean, there have been other commercial chess sites before. It's not a new concept, but I just don't like that site. Stanley Wrench. This commercial looks horrible. Everything about it I hate. You know, everything. The way it looks, the way it feels, the number of computers on there. I couldn't hate chess.com more. The monopolistic attitude they have about chess. It's such a stupid site. The way that people like blindly go there, especially noobs. I hate when like the New York Times quotes like chess.com or something. I'm like, I want to puke. Ruslan Bear. What's my rook doing on b8? I wanted to play b5. Let's do it. Let's weaken the c6 square. I don't know. You get these people, like, they have to write an article about chess for the New York Times. They always get, like, the same guy. Some guy who does random sports articles. And they always go there, like, according to chess.com. Dude, that's not the world of chess, really. It's just a for-profit site. Noobs just assume, you know, they just assume. Your mom said Yoko Ono recently did a cheese.com thing. We're getting desperate now. Damn. I mean, Yoko Ono is getting desperate. It's like, Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to stay relevant when you're like an 80-year-old star, I guess. Surprised they didn't have like Clint Eastwood or something. She's 93. Yeah, Clint is probably getting up there. 93, bro. Got to keep the coffers full. You can never have too much money. You can always do the online lookup. What is Yoko Ono's net worth? I hate that. Have you guys done, like, what is Saji's net worth? I'm sure a lot of people have looked that up. Saji's net worth. Well, Ruslan Bear he's turning, what was this? It was, London into a Sicilian. You have half of Saji's net worth in boxes. Dude, you have, you gotta do a survey to see if I left you with score sheets or not at some point. That's the emotional, I mean, yeah. I've got my baseball. Oh, what a tragedy the last 10 years of Saji's life has been. Well, the last 7 years, 8 years, 10 years. I should have moved back to the United States back in the day. When I had the chance. Maybe not. Life is just one big regret. I don't know, Mr. Coffee. You got half of my savings there. Well, actually, Uber driver has a bunch of my books. He's gonna need, you guys are gonna need to coordinate. Put it all together. No, I appreciate your help. I've got a bunch of the games. I don't know if you have some of them. But if you happen to have time, look through a box and see if you can find, like, I would be interested. And stuff you could send me, like score sheets, are light, I mean, things that don't weigh anything are perfect because you could ship it to me. That's the point, papers or score sheets. Doesn't cost a lot of money to send it. Just like the only thing. Man, Ruslan Bear is really problematic, dude. He's playing like a pro again. He does this against me a lot. 1857 Rapid. Has there been an increase in Ruslan Bear? I feel like sometimes you get a very different game from him, Sometimes he's extremely weak. And sometimes very tough. I guess that's true for all of us. No, I was thinking that today, actually. It's very easy to assume all of your opponents are cheating, but conspiracy theories are cheap, That's why Arsenal and me are all the time, like, thinking everyone's cheating. It's the lazy assumption, It's a lazy thing for us to do. To always assume everyone's cheating. The problem is some of them are. Bishop b5. Do I have this? That would be a trade of queens. But actually, he's not Kramnik. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Kramnik, dude. But I'm sure, like, the Russians having a war in Ukraine didn't help him. Where does he live, by the way? He doesn't live in Russia, right? Does he live in Europe or something? Switzerland or some shit? Well, who knows, Krennic's crazy. How did he get so crazy? He seemed relatively normal before. I mean, something happened to that dude. I don't know. He got weird. I mean, Kasparov just like rolled over and gave him the world championship. I don't know why he acts like he's so great, you know. By the way, just saying. Kasparov like literally rolled over and gave him the world championship without a fight. I mean, if you're telling me that Kasparov couldn't beat him a single game in that match, give me a fucking break, dude. Kasparov didn't try. I mean, at the end of the day, he didn't really try. He was totally unmotivated. It was like watching Anand play Carlsen in their first match or whatever. Maybe he didn't literally lose on purpose, but he certainly didn't try to win. He just handed the title to Kramnik. He was like, he had determined Kramnik would be. So Kramnik, in a sense, didn't really deserve to be world champion anyway, you know, when you get down to it, if you look at it that way. He's a great player, don't get me wrong, but I mean, he's not entitled to be like, oh, I'm the greatest of all time, and he's not entitled to like a Bobby Fischer style craziness. Now here, I did miss something. I was looking at stuff like Queen A6, but you have stupid Rook A1. But Ruslan Bear is like H4. I don't know about that. He's been hanging out with my last opponent. Rook A2. Wow. That could be interesting. This could even work. It's a little risky, though. Yeah, I don't know, man. Kramnik's all crazy. The problem is he's right in some cases, obviously. But I mean, he made like Navarra have a meltdown. I think this is like Ruslan Bear's kryptonite, you know, simplified positions. He just totally collapsed. He just collapsed. Uh-oh. Camel Culture strikes again. Right. Yeah, if you accuse everyone of cheating, you have to be right. Yeah, exactly. But Kramnik was never... I mean, I don't know. He was never a particularly great, like, blitz player. So I don't know why he cares so much about online blitz and that stuff. Seems kind of weird to me. Like, he wasted the second half of his life doing nothing. All right, Ruslan, thanks for the draw offer. You're very sportsmanlike. Okay, back tournament, so Camel Culture was 7. Sorry, 6.5. Sorry, wrong again. Here's Uber Driver Redusa. Wow, Uber Driver with 50 seconds left. Which way are we going? I'm black, you're white. I'm Redusa, you're Uber Driver. Yeah, this is a weird position. Black's real active. Oh, hanging a pawn with check. That can't be good. I guess Uber Driver was playing for self-made or something there. King G2, he didn't have a choice though. He was in check. I keep missing those checks. His king was on G2. No, his king was on G3 with check, right? King G3, check. King G2, check. It's always check. Yeah, Uber Driver's toast. Looks like he's toast. Although, look at the time. Redusa does sometimes do some weird stuff, like not use his time. And there's still our director versus Stefano. But anyway, Camel Culture. Camel Clutcher. Camel Chucker. That's not politically correct. Yeah, dominated. You drew me, and then you won all your other games. It looks really good. You're looking good. I had too many draws. I'm just playing friendly style, though. You know. So, is Reducer going to blow this? 2 connected pass pawns. A massive king. Centralized knight, but the bishop. He does have a tendency to play way too fast. I could see Reducer blowing this. Where did Uber's time go? You know, he normally plays fast. Where the hell did he spend like 10 minutes? What the hell happened here? Oh no, it was this. He's doing the Verisov again. G6 against the Verisov. What was the game you were citing? Bishop takes h6 was creative. It was some Bronstein. It was Bronstein. No, it was Botvinnik against Bronstein. I think it was Botvinnik Bronstein. But the thing was, it was a better position because they did it in a position where the center was fixed. Like C4 CD had already been played. It was like an exchange Grunfeld, you know, Fianchetto. Whenever you put the knight on h6, there's this danger of h4, h5. And so the other idea is that if the pawns are fixed, the knights aren't necessarily worse than bishops. But my doing it against you, I think, is incorrect because the center is not fixed. You know, obviously you played c5, and you know, I can't force you to create like a symmetrical structure or something. So you ended up with a bishop pair that was pretty good. You know, it's not really justified for me to give up my bishop on h6. I played enough like e4, knight h6, d4, d5, bishop takes h6, g takes h6 to know that, obviously. Wow. This looks really grim. Super game by Reducer. Uber Driver is a quite strong player. Not quite national master. He didn't quite make it. But he is tenacious. He also has part of my chess library in his basement, so that probably made him stronger. Bishop is a bit of a spectator on b3. I wouldn't be surprised if he swindles Reducer here, who plays too fast. That c-pawn is... The c-pawn is really moving. Look at that. Wow. Wow, c3. Oh my god. What's happening here? Call Walter Brown. Rip. This could be a draw. Not surprising though, because Reducer has a tendency to play too fast, and Uber Driver's pretty good at being sleazy. Now what's he gonna do? What you gonna do? Check. Check. Oh no. Oh no. It would be funny if white wins. So you could still win. Draw. Not a draw yet. Fruja Carlson. Alright. Great game, guys. Very well played. Just kidding. Okay. Camel Culture deserved first place, even with a half-point bye. The believe that game you're asking about was Botvinnik Bronstein, but I could have got the colors wrong. And Camel Culture first place. I'm second. Redusa in third, who played really tough today. Uber driver couldn't keep up with us. Got to get the pedal to the metal. Our director getting better. Lud, try a different time control. Staffvargan, you lost the last round against Counterculture Tough, but you played pretty tough today. Good draw with me. Stefano, Ruslan Bear, and Ruin. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Tomorrow is analysis stream Thursday, so if you are a subscriber, please please send me games to analyze for tomorrow night's stream. And other than that, I will see you then tomorrow night. Thanks all for playing. It was fun. Thanks to National Master Counterculture for joining us, and hope to see you guys tomorrow night. I will thank you again, and then Friday Blitz, Sunday Simul. Thanks for all of your kind support, and don't forget, if you're interested in lessons, send me an email. Also, donations are welcome.